Okay. So last class we had discussed about how to create right, so how to set up Jenkins server and all, and so once the setup is done, and so how to create Jenkins projects. So how to create projects and all already we seen, and also right, so how to install, so how to install uh, plugins and all, Jenkins plugins and all. So next, once plugin is done, and last class we discussed, right? So how to integrate, how to configure so version control Git in our Jenkins server. So in our Jenkins server. So first let me check it. My Jenkins server is running or not. How to check it? Go to service.msc. Go to service.msc and so search Jenkins whether Jenkins server is running or not. So Jenkins server is running or not. So Jenkins server is running or not. Okay. So anyway, it is running. Once a Jenkins server is running, so how to access it? Localhost colon so 8080. Localhost colon 8080. If you use localhost 8080, it is asking username password. Just enter your username password. That's it. Just enter your username password. Okay. Now, so last class already we discussed. So how to create a project in Jenkins server, and so how to install plugins in Jenkins server, and also we discussed, right, how to configure upstream jobs and downstream jobs. So if one project is if one project build is succeeded, automatically I want to trigger other project also. So if you want to configure, so last class we seen, right, so upstream job and downstream job. So that case, so go to downstream job, go to configuration section. And there is one option is there, trigger build after other projects are built. So this is the option, right? So just which job, for example, I want if dev is succeeded, if dev is succeeded, I want to trigger. If my test job is succeeded, so I want to trigger stage job. So like this we need to configure. Okay. So anyone any doubt yesterday class? So already we discussed these things, right? And which one we cover yesterday? So we how to install plugins and all. Now how to create, how to configure upstream and downstream, and how to discard old bills and all. Now, so today we'll see so that same build options and all. So how to work with other options also. Let me come to your dashboard. And so if you go to any project, if you go to click on the configure section, and so here there is build trigger. So yesterday we seen, right, so after build after other projects. Now there is one more option is there, build periodically. So build periodically means, so now this is my job, this is my project, right? So now if I click on this project only, it will trigger. Let me create one new project. So go to dashboard, click on new item. So DevOps icon. So for example, I given one name. This is my, for example, for example, prod. This simply is nothing but prod, and select freestyle job and click on OK. Now, if you want to configure source code, if you want to configure repository, so what is the option? Go to source code management and select which version control you want to configure. So already I have a repository, right? GitHub repository. So go to here, and go to here, go to repositories, and I want to configure this repository. So if you want to configure this repository with branch, I want to configure development branch, copy this URL, copy this URL, and go to here, click on the repo gate and paste your and credential. Already yesterday added, right? Yesterday also we seen how to add credential. If you click on add button, if you click on select, now it is asking username password. It is asking username password, and these are the ways. Anyway, we'll see, discuss all these things later. So now you know this is the username password. If you want to add your username password, enter your username and enter your password, and this is the description ID. Just save it. Once you saved, now we can see that option here. This is my repository credential. And what is the branch name? So yesterday, this is I don't want master. I want to configure test also. I have test also. Can configure test also. So test. Let me check it whether the test branch is available or not. Anyway, available. Okay. So or else we can give dev also. We can give dev also. Dev branch. Select this one and select this one. And so now just apply and save. So if you want to build it, if you want to build the job, if you want to build the project, click on the build now. Click on the build now. So now see here. So build is one build is succeeded. So success means green. Fail means it will show red mark only. Click on that number and go to console output. Now we can check it. Now every time whenever if you need, we are clicking go to project, click on the build now. Now there is a one option is there. Now there is a one option is there. Build periodically. I don't want to click manually. I don't want to click manually. I don't want to click manually. So I want to build automatically. I want to build. I want to trigger the build automatically. So if you want to build automatically, so this is the option. Go to project, go to configuration section, go to configuration section, and so go to build trigger section, and there is one option build periodically. So if we select build periodically, the name itself periodically means continuously. I want to build continuously. If you want to know more about, click on help. Now see here. So this provide cron job. This like feature will periodically execute this project. I want to execute this project continuously. I want to build this project continuously. So if you want to so execute continuously, and also we need to configure some extra options. So if you key Jenkins notification and all, so there is a 5 arguments you need to pass it. So there is a minutes. These are the minutes and all. These are the 5 arguments. So promoted build. So see here some where is that the build hours minutes time not here. So actually we need to let me here also we can see poll SM. If we click on poll SM and this documentation and all. Now bill number URL minute hours. Mhm. Now let me come to here only. So Kim's build periodically. Click on the help button here. So if we click on help, now see here. Now it will display. These are the help. If you don't know, just click on this help, not this help, this help. Okay. Now we need to pass. So these are the 5 parameters. Now see here. One is minutes. So minutes means already you know. So 1 hour means 0 to 60 minutes, right? Here count 0 to 59. 60 means 1 hour. Hour. So hour means so per day, the hour of the day 0 to 23. So 24 hours means one day, right? Count. Next day of month. So per month means 0 to 1 to 31st, 31. Month. How many months? 1 to 12. Next day of week. So 0 to 7. So these are the syntax. So actually these are the syntax. So actually these are the syntax. So for example, you don't know how to configure. Now see here, every 15 minutes, I want to trigger the build. See here, every 15 minutes. Now this is the 15 minutes, this is the hour, right? Every hour, I want to 15 minutes, I want trigger. Remaining, I given star, star, star. Star represents these all parameters. So day of, this is hours, every hour. And so every day of month, and so this is the month every month and every day of week. Now see here I am giving here same hour slash every 2 minutes. Now I've given star, 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 star. So what is this? This is the hour, minutes. Second one is hours. Next third one, day of month, every month. Fourth one, which one? Month. This is the month. Fifth one, day of week. Fifth one, day of week. Now see here, every month, every day, and every hour, and every week. So these are the parameters. So total five. So these all are based on a requirement. Okay. Now I want to trigger every 2 minutes. Now observe here. Apply. Save. Now this is the build is trigger only. Now I can't save, right? Now 7:15. Now if you observe here, after 2 minutes, automatically build will start. No need to click manually. No need to click manually. Now if you wait, so after 15 minutes, after 2 minutes, so now only build two, right? Now automatically it will trigger one more build, build number three, build number three. So these are the five parameters you need to pass it. So what are those? Hours. First arguments is nothing but hours. First arguments hours, and second arguments first minutes. This is the minute means we need to give only end 0 to 59 only. Hours means 0 to 23. Day of month means 1 to 31 only. And so months means 0 to 12. Sorry, 1 to 12. 12 means this is right, December month. Next, day of week 0 to 7 only. Now here I given a star, star, star. Star represents every hour, every month, and so this is every day. That is every day of month, and every month, and every day of week. Suppose if you want to specifically particular week, particular day, so that case see here. Here I given. See here. So this is 45. What is this meaning? Every hour 45. Now here I given. So this is the now this is I given 1 to 5. Now right, every week Monday. So week starts with Sunday or Monday. Sunday, right? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday up to 5 only. Remaining 2 days I don't want. Now see here, once a day on the 1st and 15th of the every month. We want to trigger only 1st and 15th of every month. So this is hour. This is the minutes. This is the hour. Now only I want to, this is the 1 comma 15 every month, 1 comma 15. Next month, 1 to 11 months, December up to 11. So months. Next star represents every week. Now see, observe here, this is every minute in the first half of the every hour. I don't want every 5 minutes, only first half of hour. So now see here, so every 2 hour once every 2 hours at 45 minutes fast. So this is the minutes. Next hours. Now see here that hours. So when you want to, so 9:45, 9 to, so this is the 45 at AM, finishing the 3:40. So right, what is 4? Railway time. 16 means what is the time? 4, 16 means what is the time? Railway time. 4, 4, right? Time. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this,
16 is
so
4.
16 means 4 only.
4.
So these are the actually 4 parameters we need to pass. First minutes, hours, next day of month, and day of month. This is the day of month. This is the month, and last one day of weekdays.
Week of month.
So now I given every h/2 means every 2 minutes. Now observe here. Earlier I configure, right. So now see here. Did I click manually? Earlier we can see only two bills. Now we can see three. Now we can see four. 7, 18 build completed. Now if you wait one more minute, automatically build will start. One more build. So this is build periodically. Continuously, if you want to trigger build specific date and time, specific hour. So that case mostly we go for configure. So this is a build periodically. So for example, I want to trigger only every Friday or every Sunday or every Saturday, or I want to trigger only bills Monday, Sunday to only Friday. I don't want Saturday, Sunday. So 1 to 5, that's it. That last arguments, which one we passed? 1 to 5. Correct? So actually 0 to 7. Now I want to trigger only Monday, Tuesday, up to Friday only. I don't want Sunday. I don't want Saturday. Clear, guys? So like this we can configure. This is very simple only. Don't confuse here. So this is this is very simple only, and based on your date and time. Based on your date and time. Okay. So now when you want to trigger, now this is the 4, right? Now automatically it will trigger. So 9:20. It is counting milliseconds also. Now see here. So now one more build will start. See here, automatically it will start. No need to do any manually. See here. So like this, every 2 minutes build will trigger. Now mostly if you want to in real time, some cases my build will trigger. I want to trigger my build. I want to trigger my project only weekends. I don't want weekdays. Or for example, my build, my Jenkins projects will trigger only weekdays. I don't want weekends. So that case, mostly we go for this option. Which option? Build periodically. So now go to job project, go to configure section and go to build triggers, and we need to enable this one. So if you have any doubt, click on help and they will provide. What is this first argument? We need to give 0 to 59 only. So next hours, 0 to 23. 24 hours means 1 day, right? Next day of month. So for every month, 31 days, 30 to 31
31,
days only. Maximum 31. Next month. Per year, how many months?
12
12
months.
months only. Next week. Per week, how many days? 0 to 7 only. Okay. Now, so if we have any doubt how it will work means, so their example also they given. So every 15 minutes, if you want to trigger it like this, as a slash. I don't want every 10 minutes and first half of hour. So 0 to 29 and every 10 minutes I want to trigger. What is this meaning? 29 means 30 means half hour, right? Half hours, half an hour. Within the half an hour, I want to trigger every 10 minutes. Next, once every 2 hours at 45 minutes. See here, this is our requirement only. So whatever you want, we can configure. So I don't want to. So every 2 hours slot between 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. every weekday. Now see here, this is the hour. This is the minutes hour. So in between 8 to 4 p.m. every 2 hours. 2 hours means 8 to 15 by 2 every 2 hours. Now star. I don't want only, and also weekdays. Weekdays means Monday to Friday only. 1 to 5 only. Now we got it right. Anyone any doubt here? So this is Monday to Friday only, and this is every hour minutes. So నాకు hours. Hours means in between 8 to 4 p.m. That is a railway time, right? 13 means 3. So 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. between. That is means 3 by 2. And this is star. This is star. Every right, every month and every day of month. That's it. Week means only I want to Monday to Friday only. Now see here, once a day on the 1st and 15th of the every month except December. They don't want December. So now month means 1 to 12, right? So what is month means? 1 to 12 only. But they don't want December. December month means to 12. So now I want to only up to November. So 1 to November 11. Now this is the only days. Now this is the week, day of week. Now here I configure which one? Every 2 minutes I want to trigger the build. So minutes, hours, day of month, day of week. I hope you got it right. Anyone any doubt here? So if you have any doubt, I will configure so multiple. But anyway, we have to wait up to that time. Clear? So some cases,
Yes.
if you want to trigger your build particular date and time, so that case we can select build periodically. But if we come to real time, so mostly we are using a poll SCM. There is one more option is there, poll SCM. Same syntax, same purpose. But what is difference between build periodically and poll SCM? Very, very, very important interval also. And real time mostly we are using this one. Real time mostly we are using this one. Now let me check it. So MS Paint. Now, so this is the build periodically poll SCM. Now I configure poll build periodically, right? This is the job. This is the project. So this is another project. Just assume. So this is my let me give calibration. This is my repository. So this is my repository source code. Now I have two projects, one for development project and one for test project. So now my source code and all available here only, right? This is our GitHub. This is our GitHub. So if we come to here, this is my GitHub. This is my central repository. So this is the GitHub server and my source code available here. Right? Remaining story same only. So specific branch name and what is the repository name, branch name, and all. Now I have so these are the two projects. One is development. This is the one project, and this is the one test project. So test. So now observe. Now here I configure build periodically. So here I configure poll SCM. This is a poll SCM, and this is the build periodically. Okay. Now, so what is difference between build periodically? So build periodically means the specific date and time. It will trigger automatically. But if you come to poll SCM, if any changes happening in my repository, automatically it will trigger the build. Now this is our Jenkins server. Just assume this is our Jenkins server. Now this is our Jenkins server. So this is our Jenkins server, right? This is our Jenkins server. Now in my Jenkins server, I have two projects. This is the development one job, one project. For testing one project. If I configure build periodically, now we know what is the purpose. Specific date and time only it will trigger the build. Correct? Anyone any doubt here?
No, sir.
No. Now, so this is the repository. If any new changes come to my repository also, it won't take care anything. Now this is my repository. These are just assume these are the developer or DevOps engineer. I modify something. If any changes modified, if any changes pushed to my repository, it won't take any care. Build periodically means specific date and time only it will trigger the build. I don't want like this. If any new changes come to my repository, I want to trigger the build. If any new if any new changes come to my repository, for example, he is the developer one or I am the DevOps engineer. I modified. This is the local, right? I pushed some code to repository. So automatically I want to trigger the build. This is the real time we are following. Okay. If any specific time, if any specific date, if any specific day, so that case we go for build periodically. Here my requirement is if any new changes come to my repository, automatically I want to trigger the build. Which project? So that and all we are going to configure. That and all we are going to configure. So if you want to configure like this, this is the option. Poll SCM. Poll SCM means so if there is no changes, it won't trigger any build. If there is no changes in repository, it won't trigger any build. If any changes come to my repository, so that time only it will trigger the build. Clear guys? Anyone any doubt still?
Yeah, clear, sir.
If any changes come to repository. So automatically it will trigger the build. Otherwise it won't trigger any build. Otherwise it won't trigger any build. If any changes come to repository, so automatically it will trigger. This is means so particular date and time based on your configuration. Okay, it will trigger date and time. That is based on your configuration. Based on your configuration. But if any changes come to repository, it won't trigger. It will trigger the build. So based on configuration and when we want to trigger. So specific date and time. That is specific date and time based on which time, which date you want to trigger build and all. So that case, it will trigger the build. So if any changes come to repository, it won't trigger any build. This is the fixed. This is the static. I don't want like this. If any new changes come to my repository, then only I want to trigger the build. If any changes come to my repository, so the Jenkins server keep on monitoring your repository. If any changes come to your repository, so automatically it will trigger the build. So automatically it will trigger the build. Clear? If it is clear, so let's move on to practically how it will work. Anyone any
Yes.
doubt, guys? I hope clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me see practically. One second. Okay. Now, so already here I configure, right? Now this is my repository. Okay. Now let me come to here. So I'm going to configure one job, one project for repository and one project for the same thing only. Now these are the two jobs, right? Two projects. Now this is the stage, this is the test, and this is the development. So now anyway, I am coming to here and coming to test job and go to configuration section. I am reviewing upstream and downstream and all. I don't want, just apply save. And same way, I am coming to stage. So go to configuration section. Yesterday we configure it. Just remove those options. I don't want right now. Okay. Now this is the development. Now go to configuration section. So for this, I'm going to configure the whole SCM. Now see here, select whole SCM. And so before configuring whole SCM, so repository is configured. Already configured, right? This is my repository and which branch and dev branch only and everything okay. Now see here. Now I'm selecting full SCM. So now see here, select full SCM and click on here. Here also same syntax, nothing. Here also same syntax, nothing. You don't worry. Same minutes, hours, day of month, month, day of week. Same syntax only. Now I am going to trigger the build every 2 minutes. Same only. Start, 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 start. So apply. Save. What is this meaning? If any changes come to my repository, what is your repository? This repository. This is my repository and which branch? Development branch. If any changes come to my development branch, new changes, so automatically it will trigger the build after 2 minutes. Clear guys? Save, apply, save. Now I'm going to one more job, one more project. So test or stage anything. Go to configuration. Here, go to build trigger. Here I am going to select periodically. Star, two, star, 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 star. Now go to configuration section. So here also let me configure repository also. Okay. Select URL. So what is my URL name? Copy this, coming to repository and click on this my repo. And what is the branch name? Dev branch. Now if you understand this one, nothing, very simple only. Coming to here. So this is your repository and my credential, and what is the branch? Same branch, dev only. Apply, save. Now I have two projects. So this is development, this is one project, and this is a one more project. Now in this project I configure poll SCM. So in this project I configure build periodically. Now if you observe here, so as of now we can see only two builds in stage. Every 2 minutes automatically it will trigger bills continuously. Now per hour how many bills it will trigger here? Every 2 minutes means
30, sir.
30 bills it will trigger. Now if we come to here, here also I configure h/2 every 2 minutes. But when it will trigger the build?
If any changes will happen in
Yes,
the
if any changes happening your repository only it will trigger. Otherwise it won't trigger anything. Okay. Now, okay, both are configured, everything done perfectly. There is no issues. Okay, let me come to my repository. Anyway, I want to do some modification. First, copy this URL. I am coming to my local repository. So I am coming to here. I want to clone the existing code and all. Okay, just I given like direct name. I given poll SCM. Now click on this. Right click. Coming to Git Bash. And so how to clone the project first time, right? What is the command? Git
git flow
clone
URL.
specific branch. I
Yes.
want to clone -b. Which branch? Development
Everybody.
branch. Dev. Next URL. Now observe here. So my code is available local machine. My code is available local machine. Correct? So now I clone the exist ls and go to that my project Maven web application ls. So now check the status, git status. Do you have any modifications? No, I don't have anything here. Now, suppose if you are not modified anything in our project, it won't trigger any build. Which build? Development. Now, if we come to here, so if we come to here, now see here, one more build is started. So this is a one more build is started. One more build is started. So one more build is started. Where which this is the stage, because here I configure a build periodically, correct? So every 2 minutes build will trigger. Now if we come to development project, dev project, so did I run any job, did I build any? See, this is a date and time. Yesterday only I triggered the build. Today any build is happening? No,
Yes.
no. Now I am going to modify my project. I am going to push some changes. Now this is right ls. Now these are my files. Let me update any file, right? I want to update this file. Anything, there's some changes, that's it. So see here, now git remote -v. So I am in, see, same repository, okay. Now ls. Now I'm going to update. How to update file? Vi.
Yes.
Anything, for example, config.xml file, I want to update. Now I means insert, go to here. So updated for just I given whole SCM. Okay, configuration. Just for our understanding, for some changes I need, that's it. Escape colon X. Escape colon X. Save and exit. That's it. Now check the status, git status. Now one file is modified, right? Next command, tell me anyone, next command. I
Git
want to move
push.
to git
Uh,
directly push the, we need
no,
to add it, right?
git
Git
add
add,
add.
git add. Next,
Git commit.
what is happening? Git add dot, right?
Not match.
Okay, that is semicolon. Next, command,
Git
git
commit.
status.
Yes,
Now
status.
see, git commit hyphen m, give proper message, updated config.txt file, whatever you want. Real time, you need to give proper message, meaningful message. Now commit is happening. Now, so observe here. Now it is build will trigger or not?
We have to push right.
Yes. So up to as of now, I updated my local only.
Yes.
We need to update in central repository. Now let me push it. Tell me git
Git push
push origin branch
dev.
name dev. That's it. Now wait 2 minutes. Automatically it will trigger one build. Now coming to development. Now just now 9:17:40. I commit some changes, right? Now how many builds here? Only last build is yesterday only. Now I am not going to do anything. Just wait 2 minutes. Automatically build will trigger. Now come to here stage. How many builds is happening? So coming to here. Now see automatically every 2 minutes. 37, 38, next 41. No, like this every 2 minutes one build is happening. Automatically it will trigger the build. So this is nothing but build periodically. I hope you got it right. So build periodically
Yes.
means if any changes, if you push any changes to repository, it won't trigger the any build. Okay. So it is the only based on your configuration, based on date and time, based on your configuration, that specific date, that specific time, that specific month, that specific right day of week only it will execute. But mostly we are using this is the only this when which case we go for only fixed time. I want to trigger my build only weekdays or only weekends or only every month one time only or every 3 months or every day whatever you want. So that case we go for build periodically. Now I don't want like that. If any changes happening only, if any changes come to my repository, I want to trigger the build. Otherwise, I don't want. Right? So repository means multiple people, multiple resources parallelly working. I don't want unnecessarily. If any changes come to my repository, I want to trigger the build. Otherwise, I don't want. So that case we go for whole SCM. I hope you got it right. So now what is difference between build periodically and poll SCM? Poll SCM means if any changes come to my repository, automatically I want to trigger based on your configuration. When you want to trigger, here I configure after 2 minutes. If any changes come to my repository after 2 minutes, so that Jenkins server keep on monitoring my repository. This Jenkins server keep on monitoring my repository. If any changes come to my repository after 2 minutes, automatically build will trigger. Automatically after 2 minutes. After here based on my configuration. After 2 minutes means here h slash 2 star star star. Okay. So total how many? 5. So first one is minutes. Second one is hours. Next day of month. Next month. Next day of week. Clear guys?
Yeah,
Now
clear.
now check it whether it is really working or not. So coming to which job I configure this one. So now see here earlier we can see only 19. Now I pushed some changes. Automatically build triggered. See here 742. Now, if I push any changes, then only project will build now. It will trigger the build. Otherwise, it won't trigger. Otherwise, it won't trigger. If there is no changes, it won't trigger any build. So this is very important. So interval also they are asking. So how many ways we can configure? So this is the one way. The same way there is one more way also we can do it. That is the webhooks. Git webhooks. I will explain later. So now clear guys. Anyone any doubt here as of now?
Yeah, clear, sir.
So in real time mostly we are also using same this one only. In my project I am using this one only. But after 5 minutes my build will trigger. So in my project so I configure. So if anyone push new changes to my repository, so I configure after 5 minutes. I'll give some time. So after 5 minutes only my build will trigger. After 5 minutes. Where is this star? Okay. I configure this in my project. So if any new changes come to my repository, if anyone pushed, if anyone updated my repository code, so after 5 minutes, automatically build will trigger. No need to do anything. No need to run manually. Clear?
Yeah, clear, sir.
So this is very, very important. Interview also many people they are asking this question. What is pole SCM? So what is the purpose? What is the pole SCM? If you understand concept very simple, otherwise very difficult to understand. So we can now very simple, right? What is pole SCM? If any new changes come to my repository, so automatically we want to trigger the build. That's it. So that and all we can configure in our pole SCM. So that is five arguments, right? First one is minutes, hours, next day, next month, next day of week. That's it. Anyone any doubt? Clear, right? So if it is clear, let's move on to one more option. Now see here, this is clear. Suppose I want to disable, I don't want to configure any polysim. So anything, just unselect it, that's it. Now it won't work. Now it won't work, that's it. Whenever if you need, just select polysim and configure it and save it. Apply, save, that's it. There is one more option also is there, build when changes push it to Bitbucket repository. So if you have give path and all, this is also working. So these all are the new options they added. So build when changes push it to Bitbucket. Suppose if you are using Bitbucket repository, so that case directly we can configure this one also. Or directly we can configure this one also. Both are same only. There is one more option is there webhooks. This is the webhooks. So if you explain poll SM, they will ask, is there any other option? Yes. So with the help of webhooks also we can configure. So with the help of webhooks also we can configure. So with the help of webhooks also we can configure. So webhooks means so that is repository side we need to enable this one. I will show you later. So how it will work under. So how it will work under. Okay. Clear guys? Anyone any doubt here? I will show you later this one. I need to configure repository side. And once if you configure repository and automatically it will trigger build. Automatically it will trigger build. Clear?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Now these are the basic options only. If you want to, we can work with. See here, delete workspace before build start. So where is your workspace? See, this is my project, right? So this is my project. So where is your workspace? So if you go to here, if you select any build number also, go to console and this is your workspace actually. See here, C colon program data Jenkins Jenkins workspace dev hyphen dev. This is your project name. So if you want to check this workspace and all, copy this and so window or window E and go to here, go to that path. Now see here, this is your workspace. So this is your Jenkins workspace. So all jobs available here, all projects we can see here. Now see here, this is the dev. See here, 1942, right? So it is clone. Now I'm going to select this option. So which option? Go to this, go to configuration section. These are the basic steps only, basic configuration. So that is based on requirement, we can configure it. Okay, delete workspace. Okay, apply, save. Now build now. Now coming to here. Now see here, earlier we can see 1942, right? Now we can see 1950. So every time existing workspace and all it is deleting, again it is recreating. Again it is recreating. Now let me come to this job. Stage 1743, correct? Now see here 1737. This workspace it is created 1937. That is means 7:37 minutes. 1937. Now I am going to configure this project. Go to here, go to here, go to dashboard and go to project and go to configuration section, configure section and build trigger. Go down. I don't want this one, enable this one and so delete workspace before build start. Every time before start the build, just delete the existing workspace and create workspace. That is the meaning. Apply, save. Now if you see here, refresh it, refresh it. So where is this stage and all? Now see here, this is the development. Now stage, right? Now stage. Any changes happening? No, right?
Build now, sir. You have to.
I didn't trigger. Build
No,
now.
sir.
Okay. Now click on build now. Now it is running. Now coming to here. So automatically it will delete and it will recreate. So go to stage only, right? Now see here 1952. Now date, time, correct? See
Yes.
here. So every time before start, this is the option. What is this? This is basic only, but based on requirement, we can configure. So what is this? Go to configuration section, go to configuration section and go to build trigger section and so delete. But if you want to, we can enable. And these are the using secret files and all. I will show you later. And this is the timestamp. Timestamp means if you come to here, so this is my project. If you click on any, go to console. Can you see any timestamp here? When my build is started, when my build is completed, what is the finished date and time, when it is started, how much time it will take. I want I want to see that timestamp. I want to see that timestamp and all. So if you want to see, as of now we can't see anything timestamp. I want to add that one. Go to here, go to configure and go to build trigger section and select this option. So add timestamp. Add timestamp. Add timestamps to the console output. Apply. Save. Now see here build now. This is the 12th, right? Now go to console output. Now observe here. My build is started 19:53, 57 milliseconds. My build end 19:53 and 58 milliseconds. So only this is one. So how many? 7, 8. So this is the timestamp. If you want to see timestamp and all, we can configure. So go to here, go to configuration and go to build trigger. So these are the timestamp. Now inspect the build logs and published build scans. If you want to scan it, inspect. These are we need to do some. Now build it. So these all are mostly we won't use, but based on your if you want sometimes if you want to, if you need, so that case so we can enable all these options. Which option enable? That is right now I don't have any scanning and all. So while if you configure anything, that time we can see. Which project? This one, right? Go to configuration section and go to build trigger. So these are the logs. Inspect build logs for published build scans. So right now I didn't scan anything. So if you have any publishing while uploading your artifact files and all, so that case we can scan it every time. We can scan it. So we need to configure extra steps and all. And this is a terminator. If any build is struck, suppose my build is not running properly, somewhere it is struck. So that case we can terminate. See here, uh, timeout minutes. So within 3 minutes it won't fix this build. So we can terminate it. Timeout variable. See here, timeout minutes. See, if configure and if build does not complete specified time. So but real time. Within the 3 minutes, if build is not completed, automatically it will terminate. So automatically it will terminate. But anyway, so right now I didn't configure many options. So within 1 or 2 seconds, it is going to complete. Within the 3 minutes, if it is not complete, automatically the build will terminate it. The build will terminate it. So that case we can enable. If you want to, we can increase. So but if you want, suppose based on your build, based on your build timing only, we can set this and all. So we can set. So obsolete. So now if you see here deadline, the elastic. So we can select in absolutely after 3 minutes, after 2 minutes. If my build is not completed, please terminate this build. That's it. Next timeout action. So we can add it. About the builds, failure the builds, waiting the build description. So we can add. Suppose why it is fail. If you want to add some descriptions, so because of now I am going to description timing. This is the timeout minutes. Build failed. Build failed. What is this? Build fail. We can add anything. This is your understanding only. Build failed because of timeout minutes. Timeout minutes. So whenever it is terminated and all, so we'll see that message. Oh, why this build is terminated? Because of within the time period, the build is not completed. So that is the reason they terminated. Clear? So these are the that case and all. We can configure these options. Clear, guys? Anyone any doubt here? Configure and so go to configure. So go to these options. These are the basic configuration only, and based on the requirement we can configure. If you don't want, we can unselect, and that's it. Nothing. No need to do anything. No need to anything. No need to anything. Clear? Anyone any doubt here?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So next class
Yes,
I'm
sir.
going to configure Maven. Very important. Next class. So these are the basic step, basic configuration and all. So right now I am not using any Maven ant, right? So anyway, tomorrow I'm going to show how to integrate, how to integrate. If you come to build section, so here there is with ant is there. But anyway, I am not using ant. I am using Maven. So next class I am showing so how to install Maven plugin and how to configure Maven in Jenkins server and how to generate build artifact files, how to call, how to execute Maven lifecycle commands and all. So next class I will show you. Very important. Okay. Now these are the basic steps. Based on your requirement, we can configure whatever you want. If you don't want, just leave it. Okay. So that's it from my side. If you have any doubt, we can ask, or else we'll wind up. We'll connect tomorrow. And so I will send so that YouTube link. Just subscribe it, and so we'll get a new notification and all new. Right today only we created that account, YouTube account and all. So sign in. So
Sure.
just now, as of now, just we uploaded few videos only. In daily videos and all, we will get via YouTube link only. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So thanks everyone.
Sir,
Bye. Yeah.
sir, Monday class